Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon. My name is Taqwin. My matrix number 23DLS23F1054. Today our group will be presenting about promoting export and import entrepreneur exporting bottle sambal to global market. So I will start the presentation by telling the objective. By the end of this session, you should be able to understand the various types of export and import business, identify the steps required to start exporting, and importantly, understand how these activities relate to government agency and entrepreneurship elements. Now, let's take a look at two types of company involved in exporting. The first one is Export Management Company or EMC, and the second one is Export Trading Company, ETC. So, the first one we have the Export Management Company or EMC. And EMC represents local producer to foreign buyers, but it doesn't own the products. Instead, it acts as a sort of export manager. This model is especially helpful for SME that have little to no experience with exporting. For example, an EMC might help manage the export of sambal to Brunei or Singapore on behalf of a local producer. The advantage of using an EMC include cost efficiency, market expertise, and saving time, all of which are crucial for small business entering foreign markets for the first time. Okay, next we have the Export Trading Company or ETC. And ETC is more involved in the trade itself. It typically buys product in bulk from producer and sell them under its own brand in international markets. The main function of an ETC includes international marketing, handling export procedure, and providing trade financing and insurance. The advantage of using an ETC are that it reduces both risk and cost for small business, allowing producers to focus more on the quality and production side of things. However, there are some disadvantages too. The profit margin for the producer may be lower since ETC takes a cut, and producer may have less control over branding and marketing strategies in foreign markets. For example, an ETC might buy sambal in bulk and sell it in Singapore, the UK or the US under its own label. So that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Faranadia binti Muhammad Farid and my matrix number is 23DLS23F1069.
Okay, now I would like to explain about import or export machines. So in this slide we have four key characteristics. The first one is ownership of goods, second is risk, third is market knowledge, and fourth is profit from reselling. We have to know the 2 points is advantage and disadvantage. The first advantage is greater control over pricings and margins because they own the products. So the second one is potentially high profits since they can sell product at a markup. And the disadvantage is riskier since the merchants own the products and bear the cost of unsold goods. The next one is require more capital to purchase goods upfront. So let's move to the next slides about business type comparison. So we have to know 3 aspects is Export Management Company EMC, Export Trading Company ETC, and Import Export Machines. And we have to know role, client relationship, and service provided. So the role of EMC is act as export department for the manufacturer. For ETC, act as intermediary between seller and foreign buyer. For import and export machine role is buy and sells goods directly from the owns the goods. So next is client relationship. For the EMC, they have long-term partnership with specific producer. For ETC, we have a transactional and flexible with client relationship. For import or export machines, they have no fixed relationship, buys or sells based on opportunities. So the next one is service provided. For EMC, they have a marketing, legal documentations, and market entry strategy. For ETC, they have market research, buyer matching, shipping documentations. For import or export machines, they have none. They self-handed buying or selling. So the next one about business model summary. They have 3 types of business. The first one, export management company, EMC, export trading company, ETC, and import or export machines. So about their business model for EMC is act as an outsourced import department for local producer, manages international sales, marketing, documentation, and market entry on behalf of the producer, earns through commissions or service fees. For ETC, functions are middlemen between local producer and foreign buyer, provide service like finding buyers, arranging logistics, and handling documents. This may operate across multiple industries, and they earn through commissions or margins. The last one is import or export machines. So their business model is operate as an independent buyer and sellers. They purchase products. For example, we took a sambal from local producer, export them under their own brands or label, and sell them in foreign markets. And the profits come from resales margins, and they bear full business risk.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Naqib Mustaqim bin Muhammad Hisham, and my matrix number is 23DLS23F1067. And today, I will present our export plan for a product that is very close to Malaysian identity. That's a bottle sambal. Our target market country with a large ASEAN community such as Singapore, Brunei, Indonesia, UK and US. Okay, for the first step is get order. First step, we will use digital marketing on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok to run target ads focused on Asian audience for overseas. Next, we will join international food expos like FHA Singapore and MIHAS Malaysia International Halal Showcase to attract international buyers. We will also use agent and B2B platforms such as Alibaba and TradeKey. On top of that, we will collaborate with Matrade to be listed in their exporter directories and gain access to international trade leads. Okay, for the next second is choose product. For the product, we offer several sambal varieties like original sambal, anchovy sambal, and option like extra spicy or mild to suit different preference. Our sambal will be packaged in bottles to ensure freshness, safety, and export red line. We will also obtain certification like halal, sirim, and where necessary FDA approval for the US or EU food safety certification for Europe. The product will be designed with long shelf life of 12 to 18 months and free from any restricted or banned ingredient in our target country. And the third step is find supplier. We need to find suppliers. One option is to work with local sambal producer or SME in Malaysia through OEM, original equipment manufacturing deals. Their produce we use our own brand. Another option is to manufacture our own sambal by partnering with a food processing company. This allows us to control the recipe, branding, marketing, and export. Perfect for building a unique brand identity. We will also seek support from government agencies like Pharma, Matrade, and SME Corp for certification and funding and export assistance.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Naim Aiman bin Muhammad Nasir. My matric number is 23DLS23F1056. Now I will explain about my parts. Now let's begin with step 4, setting the right price for our sambal product. First, we calculate the cost of goods sold. This includes the product cost from the supplier, say 5 ringgit per bottle, plus packaging, labeling, and storage costs. Next, we factor in export and logistic costs like transportation, custom, duties, and insurance, especially under CIF or FOB terms. We also need to account for marketing and branding costs such as design and labels, running online ads on platforms like TikTok, shopping, and creating promotional material. Then we look at market-based price by comparing retail price of similar sambal product in our target countries. For example, $4 in Singapore and $5 in US. Lastly, we check competitor pricing from brands like Amalina and Dapur Ibu to ensure of competitive while maintaining a healthy profit margin. Now, step 5, find customers. Now on to step 5, which find the right customer. We start with distributors and importers who buy in bulk and sell to retailers or restaurants. An example will be ethnic food distributor in the UK, US, or Singapore. Next, we target retail store and supermarket, especially ASEAN grocery chain like NTUC FairPrice in Singapore, Lotus in Brunei, or Hashmart in the US. Then we look at online seller and e-commerce reseller such as Shopee, Lazada, or Amazon who want to resell sambal, as well as TikTok shop reseller. Finally, we approach restaurant or food service, especially Malaysian, Indonesian, or Asian fusion restaurant that use sambal in cooking. We can offer them attractive wholesale rate for bulk purchases. Now, next step is manage logistics. Step 6 is all about managing logistics efficiently. First, we decide on the shipping method option, include air freight, sea freight, courier service, or consignment shipping. Each has its pros and cons based on cost and delivery times. Next, we choose right shipping ecoterms like FOB, CIF, or EXW, which define responsibility between buyer and seller. Then we handle custom and import duties by preparing the correct export document such as export declaration, bill of lading, and packaging list. These are essential for smooth customs clearance. Lastly, for warehousing and distribution, we can work with 3PL provider to store and distribute our sambal in the target country. If focusing on online sales, dropshipping is a great option where the supplier ships directly to the customer from their warehouse. That's all from me. I will pass next slide to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nurfatin Amalina binti Syamsul and my matric number is 23DLS23F1066.
Now let's look at the main government agency that support Malaysians exporter. The first one is Medtrade. Medtrade is the export promotion agency. They provide platforms like international trade fairs, helps you connect with foreign buyers, and even offer financial support. The second one is MITI. MITI stands for Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry. They manage trade regulation. If any business need export permit or want to check which market you can enter, MITI can handle that. The third one is MIDA. MIDA stands for Malaysian Investment Development Authority for support company setting up factories or expanding production for export. They can offer tax incentive, grants and consultation, especially in manufacturing. GKDM stand for Royal Malaysian Custom Department for ensure your goods are declared correctly, custom tax are paid, and all documentation is in order at exit point like port or airport. Pharma is especially helpful for agro-base. They will support farmers and small producer with market access, certification and guidance. Team and markets make sure your meets the standards. They will test quality, ensure safety, and handle quarantine for agricultural items. Lastly, it's important to know the support system available to help you success in business. The first one is Matrix. Matrix offers financial grant, so you can participate in international trade export. This is a great way to showcase your product, meet buyers, and get export orders. Another one is SME Corp and Pharma. They provide training programs. So many small business struggle with things like going digital or understanding international business models. So this agency can help you build your capacity with digital tools, financial literacy, and export readiness. The last one is Sirim and Makis. They will assist in getting the right certification. For example, lab testing, halal certification, organic label, and export license. They are often mandatory to enter global market. In short, if you are planning to export, you don't have to do it alone. These agencies are here to guide, support, and fund your journey to global market.
Assalamualaikum, and my name is Aliff Imran bin Ibrahim. My matrix number is 23-23F1052. Today I will be presenting about the export process of sambal, including the agencies involved, entrepreneurship element, and the challenges and lessons. My first slide is process and agency summary. First is 6 key steps from order to logistics. Exporting a product like sambal needs a proper process. It's not just selling, but also handling logistic documents and delivery. Second is agencies support entrepreneurs entering export market. Government agencies in Malaysia like Matrix and MITI help entrepreneurs. They give support, advice, and even training to help enter the export market. Last is sambal is a suitable and high potential product. Unique Malaysian flavor can grow global interest. Sambal is a good product for export because it has a strong Malaysian identity. People from other countries may find it interesting because of the unique taste. Last is entrepreneurship elements. Planning, product and pricing strategy. Set competitive export pricing that include cost, logistic, and profit margin. We must set a price that include cost, profit, and shipping. We also need to choose the target market depending on who like the sambals from other countries. Innovation, packaging, sambal variation, modern, attractive, and export compliant packaging, less spicy and ready to eat. Packaging must be modern, attractive, and follow rules in the export country. We can also make a sambal less spicy or ready to eat to suit international customers. Last is communication, buyers and agents. Build trust through clear communication, consistency, and good service. Good service is important. We need to reply fast, be clear, and always act professional when dealing with buyers or agents. This helps build trust and long-term business. Slide is challenges and lessons. Challenges. International logistics can be expensive. Labeling requirements and import restrictions. Exporting is very expensive. Shipping costs are high, and there are strict rules like labeling and safety standard we must follow. Solution: focus on nearby countries with lower shipping costs and build brand recognition in smaller market before enter the global market. So start with nearby countries like Singapore or Indonesia. is cheaper and easier to manage. This help build brand awareness before going global. Lesson: avoid costly mistake and get government support resources like Madrid, MITI and SME Corporation for grants, training and export advice. So the lesson is use help from the government. Agencies like Madrid, MITI and SME Corps can support us with grant, advice and training to avoid mistake. So that is all for my presentation. So thank you for listening.